Hello, YouTube. Did an eBay seller's mistake in listing allow me to score 2 Golden Age comic books for less than the price of one? Stay tuned. Okay, guys, we're back with a similar upload that I uploaded last week. Check it out. Here is the thumbnail. It did very well, and people are continuing watching the upload. Thank you for all those who support the channel. And basically, with that upload, I said that I was able to secure a key Golden Age book, and that book was Minuteman #1 for a very low price, and I attribute the reason I was able to get it because the seller put Minuteman in quotations, and I don't think because of that the book got a lot of action on eBay. And I can conclude that based on my searches, because my searches, which I do on a regular basis, I search Fawcett Comic Golden Age, I search Whiz Comics, Captain Marvel Adventures, all Fawcett types of searches I do, and that Minuteman book did not come up, at least for me. I did get some pushback from the community, not bad pushback, but from a few people on Facebook and on YouTube who watched the upload, and they maybe thought that the book, the Minuteman #1, was not an active book because many people didn't want that book because of the condition. But I don't buy that, because that is a key book. It's from 1941, and people do want that who collect Golden Age books. So I still think it was a misnomer on the listing, and that's why there wasn't a lot of action. Now, the same thing with these 2 golden books inside. Let's open it up and let's see what we got here. So right off of the bat, we see, look at the way it was packed. It was packed. I'm not complaining. I got the book safe and sound, but in a large flat rate priority box that was flipped over. There's no bags or boards or anything. Well, there is a bag. There 2 books are in it. There is a bag. I take that back, but it's not our traditional comic bag and boards as we are collectors, and everyone who watches this upload knows what I'm talking about. So, what do we got here? Wow. I am amazed, and I am happy. I have 2 Whiz comic books here. Whiz Comic 112, and this is the famous #1. It's a photo cover, but in addition to being a photo cover, it is an affinity cover, because you have the book here that the children are holding, and it's reproduced. This is Whiz Comics #114. Now, this book is from, let me take a look, from 1947, and it hopefully is complete. But I'll tell you right now, this is a very nice condition book, and this can be cleaned up very well. This book also is a very nice condition book, and it looks like it can be cleaned up as well. And look, this is a classic example of a Fawcett miscut right here. Fawcett Comics were famous in hindsight for having miscuts right from the publisher or from the manufacturer of the book when they made them. So from the printer. So this is another cool book. I don't have these 2 Whiz comics in my collection, and I was very happy to pick these 2 up. So, Jerry, the jitterbug, stop babbling, talking, blah, 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 blah. I had a few drinks, maybe you can tell, but it's Sunday when I'm filming this, so nice, relaxing Sunday for me in New York. Went swimming. It was a beautiful day. So, let's get to the point. The reason why I picked these 2 books up for the price I did And by the way, doesn't this remind you of Batman too? Take a look with the bat and ibis looking at. That's pretty cool. So I paid $46.99 for these two Whiz comics, plus $7.50 shipping. Total $59.19. If there was some taxes, then there were taxes, okay? Now, these books alone, I see this book is very desirable. I see it sometimes selling for $80, going all the way up. And the same for this book if it's in decent shape, okay? So how did I get these two books for $46.99? Well, right here is the original listing. And as you can see, the seller put Mid-Century Comics dash 10 cents dash Whiz Captain Marvel number 1122 and number 114A. I don't know what that means. And I'm not citing the seller for doing that. I'm glad he or she put the phrase for the two books. So I found it by searching, and I do this all the time. I put in just old comic books when I do my searches. Old comic books, comics from the 40s, comics from the 50s. I don't specifically put golden age. So I expand my search with loose terms, and with old comics, this listing came up. It didn't come up with Whiz Comics, at least for me. I'm sure someone will point out that they found it. If they do, great. But I did not find it. This did not come up with the search for me. It came up with old comics, and then Mid-Century Comics was the main tag that the seller used, okay? And right there, you see it. The proof is in the pudding. That is what they put down. And to get two books like this for $46.99 plus your fees and shipping, it is a score in my opinion. Okay, so this upload is very similar to how to build an ultimate comic collection on a budget. I think that series, if you want to check it out, here it is, lost some of its luster. So we're doing new thumbnails to try to spread the word, at least how Jerry the Jitterbug builds his comic book collection. So two things. Remember, eBay sellers are not all comic dealers. In fact, this seller right here, let's take a few pictures and look at what else he or she is selling. They're selling all things not comic related. So I am guessing that this individual who sold it is more of a dealer of antiques. And it is evidence that they are a dealer of antiques based on their listing saying Mid-Century Comics. That's it. If they were comic dealers, they would put Whiz Comics, 112 Fawcett Comics, or something similar to that. Whiz Comics, number 114, Fawcett Comics, Golden Age. We all know the terms used. So that's it, guys. The mistake is the seller did not advertise these two books proper to a comic collector. And based on my broad search that I do, old comics, comics from the 50s, things of that nature, putting all crazy words in the YouTube or in the eBay search mechanism there, I was able to find these two books. So tell me what you think. All comments are welcome. Do you feel that I found these books because of, or take that back, do you feel that there wasn't a lot of action on these books because the seller didn't advertise it properly? And that's my take on it. Okay, guys? So thank you for stopping by. Always appreciate your support. And don't forget my 4,000 subscriber giveaway. I didn't forget about that. And I have been compiling a few books. I have a nice about 5-inch stack that I want to show for the modern age tier. That's going to be done shortly. Okay, I'm just looking for 1 or 2 key books to add into it. And this is a very nice book right here, and I'm very happy to pick this one up for the price. Tell me what you think. And this one, I really am happy as well to pick up. I need these. I'm trying to close in on my Whiz Comics run, and I'll be there shortly. Hopefully by the end of the year, or if not next year, I'll have every Whiz comics. So thank you, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon.